Looking to just control middle and looking to bad hit. JW trying to be a bit cheeky.
Of course.
Going for those jump shots.
So Flutters picked off a player, and now we see a three-man rotation towards the A bomb site. So many players for Fnatic spotted in mid, and surely it will be A, and they will spread. They've got no flashes whatsoever, though, so they have not really taken control of the CT. Oh my god, look at all these headshots from NaVi. Never mind everything else, it's Draken alone now. 1 versus 3 with a Glock. Oh, that's a lovely headshot on the first player. Trying to continue 1v1s, and somehow it has fallen into this. What on earth has happened to this round? He was on his own, and now Edward's on his own as well with 10 HP. Next bullet wins. That is quite the clutch.
Going well for Fnatic so far, but this, as mentioned, this is a must-win round. Just keep that economy low, and that's a beautiful flash play through, taking short position, but still, Electronic to worry about. He knows there's more where that came from, and as they try to go for this split, because Electronic's now cut off the short position, if Zeus could only hold that, but he's going to force Electronic back, and that allows Crims to backstab him, and it all falls apart like a house of cards. It's all come tumbling down on the B-bomb site, and Flamey's in the 1v3.
5 smoke grenades in mid very, very quickly. Not often you see a fast split of the B-bomb site. I love to see it because I feel like it's...
And Fnatic has to be careful here because obviously the nades are starting to run out, and NaVi are keeping them sort of in this mid position. Fnatic want to be starting to take control connector a bit more quickly, so now Draken's going to be making his way out. But if he dies in a 1v1 here, then there's massive issues, and that's the bomb as well in the corner. That's all the information for NaVi, and Fnatic are very dispersed. They can't connect the push, and they just played it too slow, and they allowed NaVi to take Electronic actually pushing a position that's usually Molotoved, and he may see that as an opportunity, and Flamey's going to get a kill, and that is going to be a cue to Electronic that he is safe to peek out for a frag, and he's going to get it. And Fnatic, they are struggling. They have Draken in the pass position, realize they can't get the bomb onto A. They are going to rotate that bomb on JW through into the B apartments. Edward is the first point of contact, but he's not looking at the apps. And what is JW? Is JW going to go back through mid towards A? That's actually quite smart.
I think he goes B if Draken gets a pick, but Draken didn't see anybody. And now let's see what JW does. They still have time though, so he can pull off a rotating player. There we go. Edward though is in a very strong position. JW's got to look in 2 directions, and that's the bomb spotted. And now surely there's no way Draken does this. 25 seconds. There's a money question to be asked here as well. Okay. Maybe assumed that he would rotate it, maybe thought it was B, and suddenly there is a chance. Edward just around the corner, going to preempt Draken. He is! Ooh. And he would just about get the round. Too far away for the AWP. He's rotating with Flusher in tow towards the A ramp. Electronic in a lot of trouble. That's great from JW. That's a man advantage now for Fnatic. 40 seconds on the clock. Flamey still holding down jungle, but now the T's need to cross.
Oh, yeah, Flamey spotted the slither of a play, so he's so careful. Oh, Flamey, that is fantastic. 3 kills, and there's no trade at this point. No grenades left to do much about that.
I thought he might have seen Draken on the radar at the very least when he jumped over again, but apparently not.
And Draken's gonna, I mean, this is doable, but the orb does make it difficult. There's one, of course, Flamey, very weak after his 3K, but where is Simple? That's something that Draken's thinking about. I mean, there's been no one that's peaked from CT just yet, but so much time has passed that Draken is absolutely considering that position, and that is not easy to have to think about that and also think about your front.
Oh my god.
Great shot from Simple, and that'll close down the guy that maybe Fnatic could say, all right, with Crims, you're going to work those apartments and you can bully him, but now as they come into middle late rounds, they're going to find that there are some CTs hanging out.
Electronic he was isolated there, but they wouldn't run anyway. 2 players top mid, 1 player from the underpass.
Fast play into A. Simple cuts down exist. Flamey very confident pushing forwards into Sandwich. I think he just missed that player. Goes down to Crims with the double. Chances down for Fnatic as Simple has also been removed. And Simple only got 1 frag, so that's a very good result. But Electronic, he might have the angle. He does. He goes for the spray. Can't get it with the M4. And this is looking great for Fnatic now.
Zeus sees where 2 of the players are. Oh, but he can't do anything about it, which leaves Electronic alone. What are the implications of this? They can buy. I think he needs to hold on to this weapon, though. And I think he might understand that as well. Yeah, rotating away.
Ooh.
What's he looking for?
He's looking to get aced.
Apparently they're not fully committed to this B bomb site. And now NaVi are out of positions. Edward going up top mid, but the bomb's already passed towards T-spawn. Crim's getting taken out around the window position, and JW's fallen back to the ramp. And Electronic and Simple now have the cross to the site, so even though they were out of position, they don't know it, but they're back in position. They have to assume that CT might be compromised. That's such a tight angle Simple is holding, but it will limit the flashbangs that he can be hit with. Is he good for the shot though? Two of his teammates are down. There's a bomb down. Big frag from Edward, sees another player. 2 versus 1 now. And life becomes more difficult for JW. Half his health, no grenades. How does he avoid a 2 versus 1? Pre-firing everywhere, missing the jump. They will know what's going on. Simple in connector now, rather than the jungle. Edward hears the footsteps, and that's enough to go for the frag. But here's the charge. There are 3 people waiting for these NaVi players. Flusher facing the wall. That's just 1 bullet fired and 1 kill for him. Oh, this is looking easy for Fnatic. Exist. That's dirty. That's 3 versus 2. Look at Flamey and Electronic. They are fighting straight back, and now the B bomb site is almost empty. Flusher trying to hide, trying to buy time, waiting for his teammate to rotate.
As soon as the plant goes down, he knows he can creep up. There's a few bullets, but Flamey's got 1. And he sent it straight into Flusher's face. Crims, we know he can do it. Pushing forwards, no kit, doesn't matter too much. He's got the Kevlar. There's 1 spot, the information's there now. However, Crims doesn't know where the second player is, and the distraction could be strong. Lots of damage onto Crims, but he gets the frag, but the reload will seal his fate. Safe, because I'll have info to avoid the A bomb site, which he must. Flamey getting a kill there. That is very, very scary to see a player in that deep position on the Palace. That definitely suggests that there could be more lurking around. Flusher finding his way into the shop. The bomb alone on the B-bomb site. It needs assistance in Zeus very quickly, but Zeus is very weak at the same time. Electronic, he's got to do this probably by himself, but he can't. In comes the scout. Crims makes life quite hellish here for NaVi, and surely there's no way back in this now. No health, no time, no way.
I do wonder if he had to keep the NaVi players, give himself some space, but there will be none whatsoever. JW pushing through B apartments at the moment. Edward backing off into T-spawn. I think JW's heard him and will slow down in his retake territory. For Fnatic, there's a massive gap in that smoke though. 1 minute on the clock, so NaVi don't have to panic about that, but JW will start to flank eventually. So he's coming out of Palace, and he's heading towards mid, and JW may get a free kill here. Oh no, he's spinning around. Never mind. But that flank is a problem. There's a flashbang left for NaVi, and that's about it. How on earth do they get the bomb down? Do they try and push into CT? First, they have to cross jungle and connector.
Simple's going to have to go nuclear. That's the only way I can see this working for them. So many advantages playing to Fnatic's favor. They have an incendiary as well, although Zeus will start off with a headshot onto Crims. That is a very important pick-off. That does even up the numbers, but with JW coming in from Palace, would they ever anticipate that? Edward completely exposed to JW, and now Simple. He's got to do it all, but he only gets 1. Up to Zeus now. That's a great one, and it's Draken coming around the corner. Zeus knows where he is. Here's the jump! Oh, that was close. Imagine if Draken misses. Points exist. Ooh, and the flash coming in. But they are losing more players. Draken will whittle down the offense even further. Exist with the follow through. And that will be that for NaVi once again.
Has to get himself out of this situation. Draken now with an angle, waiting for a crouch peek. Flush picks off in the meantime. Draken taken down from the back, and that's an open A bomb site.
Yeah, looking successful. NaVi winning all their fights. And finally it works out for them. But one thing to note about the T side of NaVi, because NaVi aren't super focused on be good here for Fnatic. This is what they need. They need not to be blocked by smokes. There's no smokes, but Simple starts off the fragging.
What there isn't though is time for NaVi to deal with this and clear out these positions. JW especially stopping a plant from being possible over there. How do NaVi get the bomb down? Trying to plant at default, but Crims is in CT. JW harassing as well, getting closer with 5 seconds. It's impossible for Electronic to win the round unless he's brazed through toll booth. He's going for it, but doesn't realize in time. And that will be the round for Fnatic. Get going NaVi. JW still deploying Grenades towards B bomb site though, but the split will get the pick. The bomb still needs to make its way out the window, and Flusher is on the site. He's waiting for this time pressure, trying to position to stay alive as long as possible. And it can't frag him, not yet. Finally, he goes down. Draken and Crims making their way into market, and Exist coming from mid.
Fnatic not reading that B pressure, no rotation. Now it's desperation in the 3v4. It's doable though. There's no nades for the afterplant here for NaVi, but Fnatic's economy is not amazing. And the B-bomb side is...
So this is a huge problem for Fnatic. That was a key duel to be won, and it wasn't. Nobody in the B-bomb site now. Is this safe territory for Fnatic?
Yeah, that mid controls actually worked out really well for NaVi. They got a pick off and connector that was really huge as well. Destabilized Fnatic, and Electronic just assassinating JW as they look to clean up the remainder of Fnatic.
Oh, Crims though. Look at his position. Oh, he's just rotated off at the... Well, how much could we expect him to do anyway? The hunt is on.
A team that somehow seems unshakable in the past. Oh dear. Oh no. It's not a good start.
Hello, Darkness, my old friend. JW versus 5 with a USP and a scout. I wish you the best of luck. That was a noble pre-fire attempt. He's got 1 kill, but now he's in 12 HP. Okay then, JW, how much more have you got in you? There is the flank in the crawl space. He's got actually 3 1v1s here if he wants them. I'm sure he does, but... There we go. The numbers game, too great.